Alright, this is video footage of when I got out of jail, when I got arrested for resisting an officer without violence, where I didn't provide my identification. This was the first time, and I just want to share with you guys me actually going up to the Winter Haven Police Department to retrieve my property that was confiscated during that arrest. And this arrest occurred um, at the end of 2021. So I think it was like December 19th, if I'm not mistaken. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. I wasn't in jail very long that time. I was just in jail probably like less than 8 hours. I bonded myself out because I had cash on me at the time, and I had enough to get myself out. So that's what happened with that. Just wanted to share me basically going up there to get my property back. I also wanted to share a phone call I had with the clerk that works in that department for property retrievals, and I just wanted to share the phone call with you guys. So here it goes.
Property number?
Hi, good day to you. Is this Clarissa?
Yes.
Hi, Clarissa. Yes, hi. I was calling to get the status of a property retrieval.
Yes, I still have not heard back from Officer Frazier yet. I'm still waiting on his response. I sent him another reminder, so.
Okay.
I still have to wait for him. I apologize for that.
Because I was told, I was actually told after, like, when I got arrested that they would just have it in safekeeping until I got out. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, why it's taking that long for me to retrieve.
I still have to get my paper. Well, ours says we have to get officer approved to sign off on the paperwork. That's what I'm waiting on. He just needs to sign it off.
Is there anything else that's holding it up that you see on your end? It's just.
Wait, let me double check.
Uh-huh.
And then what was the name again?
Anthony.
Yep, it's only that. So, yeah. And then I'm gonna do your background check.
Yeah, they already.
I can also, yeah.
Yeah, they did all of that. Even in the police report, it showed I was cleared. So I'm not understanding why I have a constitutional right.
It's him signing off on some paperwork that needs to be signed off. That's it, sir.
Okay. When should I expect to hear back or?
I don't know. Again, I can't tell you a time frame.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send him another reminder.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Okay, so and see, she was jerking me around between her and the arresting officer. I was being jerked around because there's no way in hell that it would take that long for me to retrieve my firearm. Okay, oftentimes, like I said, you have police that work with these perpetrators to try to get the target set up, whether to be assaulted or even blatantly killed. And the one thing that they don't want the targeted individual to uh, be armed with is a firearm. Okay, I'm not a convicted felon. I can lawfully own a firearm in this country. Okay, so that was me just making efforts trying to retrieve my firearm, and I was being kind of like jerked around in the beginning between her and the officer. But it was later discovered there's also a second recording. Let me share that with you guys as well. I'll just play it and then talk about it at the end.
This is Anthony.
Hi, this is Clarissa from the Winter Haven Police Department.
Yes, hi.
Hi. So, what do you want to apologize to you? Apparently, I just spoke to the officer again. He had already left it. The paperwork for him to sign already left it.
I'm pausing it here because I had some personal business that I was trying to tend to, and I'm not trying to put that on the internet. So I did ask her to, to give me a moment. 1 second here. I just want to get to the part where. And just bear with me a few moments, just a few more seconds here.
Know that he did get back with me and said that he already gave us the paperwork, but the place where we have them put it, which is our like mailbox area, I guess it's split behind somewhere, and so we were trying to find it, and we did find it. So he did send it to us a couple weeks ago, and I apologize for that. But I do have his paperwork signed and everything, and I did your background check. You're all clear. So I just wanted to apologize for that.
Okay, so when... Go ahead.
Yeah, we're all set to make a appointment for you to pick up. We're closed on Monday.
Tuesday would be good.
How does Tuesday? We open at 8. Do you want to come at 8, 8:30?
It'll probably have to be like in the early afternoon or something.
Sure. What's a good time for you?
Can you just leave the afternoon open and I can just come in between the time frame, because I can't really give an exact time.
Unfortunately, we do.
And see, that was me trying to set it up to where I could randomly show up and not have perps waiting for me there or following me there type thing. Well, they're going to follow either way, but if you give a certain time as to an appointment that you're going to attend or show up for, rather, that gives them more time to set up their shenanigans and put their people in place. So that's why I was trying to leave it open, but clearly she was trying to set the appointment. So just to give explanation on that. I don't even know why that thing randomly just went back like that. Let me go back here. It's trying to have a mind of its own.
And I can just come in between the time frame, because I can't really give an exact time.
Unfortunately, we do our appointments by a time. Like if I give you a time now and you can't make it around that time.
I can call you and say, hey, the next time?
Yes.
That same day? Okay, let me give you, say, 12.
Okay, for sure. That sounds good to me.
So if I can come earlier, I can call you and say, hey, I can come early, and you can switch the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That'll work. Thank you.
I do apologize for that.
It's okay.
All right, so that was the end of that. So, yeah, you know, you have a right to bear firearms and things of that nature. I was unlawfully arrested to begin with, so I shouldn't have even been given a hard time to retrieve my property. But if you notice at a certain part of the recording of the phone call, she says that she's apologetic. She says that the officer did indeed turn it in, but it slipped behind the desk or something to that effect. You'd have to go back and listen to it. I'm not gonna, go back to it, but that's pretty much what she says. Okay, so just jerking me around, just trying to, prolong the process when it doesn't even have to be that long. So now I'm gonna play the actual trip I made up to the Winter Haven Police Department to retrieve my property. This is it here. 1 second. And again, this is Winter Haven, Florida. If you look at the date, that correlates with what I said before as to the time that I got arrested for it. So I got arrested December 19th of 2021. It took this long for me to get my firearm back. This is January the 18th of 2022. So that just to kind of connect the dots there. If you notice, when I first walked in, I kind of panned around with my camera. Myself and these two other guys right here were the only individuals in this this waiting area. Okay, I just want to point that out. There's a reason why I'm trying to point that out.
Yeah, it doesn't receive, but it doesn't say the address. I'm trying to look at Google. It's like the name, but it's just the show up.
Yes, ma'am. I have an appointment with Clarissa for property.
Okay, behind you is a red crown on the wall. Right in the back. If you dial the number 225, she can come out and speak with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so as I'm headed over to the phone that's on the wall to dial the extension to get to the lady I need to see.
Thank you.
You see this other guy walking into the place as well. If you notice, he has on the same colors and the same type of clothing that I have on, which was a navy blue hoodie and some navy blue jeans, okay, and a baseball hat. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. Let me continue here. Also, the date, you can see it a lot clearer here. Let me go back a little bit. I've got to come off some money to get a mouse. January 18, 2022. As I said, I got arrested for this shit December the 19th of 2021, just to be clear. Okay, so I was given an extension to dial to contact the individual I needed to see, and the extension didn't work. So now I'm on my cell phone trying to call the number to this lady's office so as to let her know I'm here for the appointment to pick up my stuff.
Hey Clarissa, it's Anthony. I'm actually in the police station. I was told to go to the red phone to dial 252, but there's no response. You want me to do that right now? Thank you. All right, bye.
Okay, so this guy that comes in, he's just kind of lurking around. I just got through talking to the lady when I walked back the other way. So him not actually going up to the lady to speak to her to state his business was kind of suspicious to me. He's just kind of lurking around. He's kind of watching and observing me at some point. One thing perps like to do is mimic. They will mimic the clothing that the target is wearing. They have perpetrators that watch you when you come out your house. So they relay the information further down the road to whatever destination you're going to, and they will have a perp, already pretty much dressed in the same attire or very similar attire with the same exact colors as you, just to engage in their shenanigan or psyop or whatever psychological operation they're trying to enact. And yes, they do this in police stations. I have other footages of this happening. This is not my first rodeo with this type of thing. I can, share that in a different video. See, they look off in their phone for instructions and stuff like that. And these two guys right here could have possibly legitimately been there for some business, or they could have been part of the street theater. Not really for certain. I did notice it was kind of odd when I finished my business and I came out, they were gone. So I don't know if they were waiting for someone. It kind of sounded like when they were talking to the receptionist that they were waiting on someone to talk to or something like that. But don't be fooled by this type of thing. It could have very well been street theater. But I just wanted to point out some of the things that I kind of observed while I was there. He's just looking back at me and then, looking back at the windows.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
Good.
Yes.
How you doing?
All right, how are you?
Okay, so this is the lady that I spoke to on the phone, Clarissa. This is one I was having communications with about retrieving my property, just so you know who people are. That guy, I've never talked to him before. He was just kind of just in the office with her.
Your ID?
Sure.
Is that a body cam?
Yeah.
In this footage, all right, so in this part of the video, I blur out my firearm. I have since purchased a newer firearm. My older firearm I had to pawn because I needed some money at the time, so I had to pawn it to have money to basically survive. So, but I ended up acquiring a new firearm, and I didn't want to have that posted online. So that's why I have it blurred out, just so you guys are aware.
There you go. Alrighty, I'm gonna have you sign here first. We're gonna release the pepper spray, the rounds, and the magazines first.
Okay.
Policy states that we have to give the guns and ammo at separate times.
Sure.
So you're gonna go ahead and put those in your vehicle, and then come back and then we'll release it to you, okay?
Sounds good.
Alrighty, so right here, you're gonna sign there, today's date, and the current time.
Okay.
It is 11:08. Thank you.
Sure.
Magazines, do you want to keep it in the bag?
Yes, please.
Okay. And the pepper spray.
Got it.
You're going to go put those in your vehicle. And then we'll be right here. You can just knock whenever you
When I come back? Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so I was mentioning some information, and I didn't want that to, so I'm going to skip over a little bit. 1 second. Yeah, there was some information, some personal information I didn't want to have posted, so I was just stating it for the purposes of the camera in case I need to use this footage for something I may need in the future, something like that. So I'm just going to, 1 second. Right there.
Thank you.
Alright, same deal here. Sign, date, and the time.
Sure.
11:11. Thank you.
Sure.
I will open the box.
Okay.
But if you want, it can stay in there. The gun can stay in the box.
So do you have to open it or?
Yeah, we gotta.
You do?
open
Okay.
Yeah, just to make sure that we saw that.
Sure, sure. Okay, that makes sense.
it. We
Okay.
have to show.
It's not a rock.
Right, right. Okay.
Open it. It's not a rock. There it is.
Okay.
Alrighty. There you go, sir.
Cool. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you for your patience.
Yes.
care. Have a nice
No
day
worries.
now.
You too.
So I just did a little something different, right? So if that guy was a suspected perp and he was trying to walk out the door with me, I totally switched up the dynamic and I actually went to the left You can kind of see the clerks are standing up to observe something. Maybe that guy was headed for the door. He saw that I was going to the left and decided to change his positioning. I obviously changed my course of action by going this way, just to kind of burn time, because like I said, when you're a victim of organized stalking and harassment, if you're moving about like a robot and everything is fixed and you never have any randomness in your life and you do the same routine over and over again, leaving out the house, coming back, it's very easy for these people to set you up, okay? That's what the CIA is all about. I'm sure you've heard the CIA is tied in with Hollywood, okay? Where do you think they get all this shit from? These setting up scenes and all that. Essentially, that's what Satan does. Satan sets up the scene for you to be killed. He can't straight out kill you, but he will try to orchestrate and set up the scene for it to happen. That's what Satan does. Satan doesn't murder anybody. He sets up the scene for it and uses other people. Okay? Just be very clear. So I switched up my route and did something a little different here instead of walking straight out that door. All of a sudden the clerks are available. If you notice, that dude was standing, the black dude over there, you know, he was kind of waiting around. You know, initially, there was nobody behind that window. All of a sudden, I'm done with my business. They're all there. And it almost appeared he might have been trying to walk out with me, but like I said, I changed my direction. He pivoted on that foot to them chairs. Bye. Yeah, so it was a beautiful sunny day. Weather was real nice. You know, it was nice and cool. Yeah, you just got to pay attention to these people that are around you, man. Like I said, they always, there's always something going on, and you definitely got to have your eyes peeled, and you got to watch your six at all times. You got to watch your 6, your 3 o'clock, your 9 o'clock, your 12 o'clock. You got to watch all of it, because you dealing with some straight devils. I'm telling you. And if you are one that has the eyes to see, they hate that, because it's hard for them to get you the way they want to get you, right? Which equates to you being a threat. So that's pretty much it. I'll play the rest of it. There's really not much else to see. Just walking back to my vehicle, securing the firearm in my vehicle. All right, so that's pretty much it. So it's pretty much standard procedure, you know, for them to hand you. One second.
Yes.
How you going?
All right, how are you?
Could I have your ID?
Sure.
Is that a body cam?
Yeah.
What is your telephone number?
7.
Today's date and the current time.
Okay.
Which is... Do you want to keep it in the bag?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So yeah, it's standard procedure. If you know, if you get arrested, you had a firearm on you lawfully, they'll hold it. You get out of jail, you contact them to figure out what process you need to go through to get the firearm back and your ammo and all that. When you go retrieve it, of course, they're not going to give you everything in one setting. They will give you the ammo in one instance. You go secure that in your vehicle, and then you come back and then you get, you know, the firearm or whatever. Usually, because, you know, like I said, this ain't my first rodeo with this type of thing of being unlawfully arrested and having cases dismissed. Usually they'll have an officer walk to your car and secure it, say like in the trunk of your vehicle or something to that effect. I've had that happen before. But yeah, just like I said, I post these videos for educational purposes. You saw how I conducted myself. I'm not some crazed person who goes in there screaming and hollering, oh, the police arrested me unlawfully, and screaming at people. That's what they want. So you have to conduct yourself in a manner that is, respectful, and act like you have some sense and just calmness about you. Calmness about you. Um, my face is usually very emotionless. I try to keep a very stoic demeanor about myself. You can't read my face or my feelings at the time. So you just got to conduct yourself in a way that they can't use against you at some time in the future. And it doesn't matter if you conduct yourself in a righteous way, really, because they will still try to find something. They'll make up some shit. They get desperate enough, which is what happened on that second arrest where they, set that whole thing up for me to get arrested at that Airbnb that I was at. That was desperation. That was complete and total desperation there. So it's important, very important for targeted individuals. If you're on the level of targeting that I am on a kill list. It's no joke. You got some people that are targeted they just want to fuck with you. You got some people that are targeted because they just want to scare you. There's various reasons for being targeted, and I believe there are various outcomes. But for me, these people are literally, truly trying to take me out. Okay, and that's why it's important for you to have the cameras. Had I not had these cameras, I probably would not be talking to you right now. The cameras definitely allow you to have more smoother interactions with people. You'll find that transactions go a lot smoother and better. So that's why I a lot of times will have cameras on me or around me when dealing with these types of people.
And the pepper spray.
Got it.
You want to go put those in your vehicle? And then we'll be right here. You can just knock whenever you...
When I come back. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I guess I just have a way of not holding on to firearms because I actually ended up, you see, this was back January 18th of 2022. I actually, this newer firearm that I had, I was in a little bit of like a boating accident. I went kayaking in a different part of Florida, and I had my firearms on board with me, and actually tipped over the kayak, and my shit fell in that dark ass water, that dark deep ass water. Dolphins around me and shit like that. I don't think there were sharks in that particular part of the water, but I had to get myself to safety rather than trying to swim to the bottom to find my shit in a black bag, so I'm not gonna say what location. It's in the water. It's not like somebody can actually get it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like a kid can find it or anything like that. This is actually it was this day right here. Good morning. It was this day. I didn't have this camera running when it happened. I had already finished my video. And I think I'm the only person in Florida that would wear jeans and tennis shoes going kayaking out in the middle of the water. So, yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys. So I do not have firearms currently. I'm trying to get one. I need to have one, but, like I said, I don't really go nowhere. So, I just work, pretty much. Just work my job and try to mind my own business and lay low. But that's all I got. It's going to be a short video. Yeah, as always, leave comments. Let me know what you think. I was a lawful owner of a firearm. I'm not a convicted felon or anything like that. So, if you're not a convicted felon, you lawfully have a right to own a firearm. It's your First Amendment right. Even if you are, you still have a right to defend yourself, regardless. It's your constitutional right. But then I can see if somebody is a violent person and they continually commit crimes like burglaries and robberies and shit like that. Oh yeah, people like that, they need to have their rights taken away. Especially if they're doing it. I can see if they did it one time, it was a mistake, they learned from their mistake. But if it's a continued pattern and a repeated action of them committing those types of crimes, they absolutely need to be stripped of their rights to own firearms. And I also want to mention that if you are a TI who is a hothead, if you are someone that is a hothead, I do not advise for you to own a firearm. Okay, these people could easily put you in situations where you're pulling your firearm out at the wrong time and the wrong type of situation, and you can get in big trouble for that shit. So again, I post these videos as teaching points to let people know, newer TIs that are coming on the scene that are trying to figure out what's going on, figure out how to conduct yourself when dealing with law enforcement and just being out in public in general. You can learn from some of these videos that I'm posting. Okay. So, yep, that's it. Until the next one.